Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where last episode, we got ourselves a Vehicle. So let's see about refitting this. And, I mean, losing that ATM ammo does make me sad, but we're going to repair everything that we can here. We did save a ton of high explosive ATM ammo. We also saved an ATM 9, that's great. We'll take that off for now. We'll take off the mask as well. And by default, this runs a Clan Engine XL with an Engine Core 330. I don't know that we can actually toss that in. We can do a regular XL engine. And let me look at the hardpoints here, actually. 3 ballistic hardpoints in this arm. If these were spread out a little bit more, I would be more excited about this, I think. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do here. We do have a 360. That means that we have very little tonnage here. Of course, we're running Clan armor here. We could run Clan Ferrofibrous armor, and we could also run Clan Endosteel structure. That'd be fine. And what were we running before? Was that Endo Composite? No, that must have just been standard structure. Okay, so the stock combat role for this guy is a skirmisher cavalry mech. I don't like to run XL engines in mechs that are intended to be in close fighting because of the possibility that they can always be charged and have their torso sheared off. Which, with an XL engine, will of course result in the loss of the mech. So what I'm thinking right now is we ditch the SL engine and the fusion core, and we downgrade this fusion core a little bit. We've got like a 200, that's the biggest that we've got here, but maybe we should instead have this be like a long-range fire support mech. We could do that, to be sure. We could run just like an Engine Core 180 here, and then we'd have 25 tons to work with. We could even drop this jump jet. We'd have 25 tons to work with here. Now, I would absolutely love to put on a pair of thumpers. It is not going to happen. We don't have the slots. I'm going to drop these machine guns. Yeah, so we can only fit the singular thumper there. Alternatively, well, what's our current movement speed in this vehicle? 3.5? Maybe we should have this be a cavalry mech and bump this up to like 200. Out of curiosity, a 360 without an XL engine would be overweight without a single weapon. Yeah, I didn't think that that would work. What would that movement be? That would be 610? I mean, that's pretty fast. There's no doubt about that. This also by default had an engine heatsink +1, and we should definitely run Clan double heatsinks if we can. This is already getting pretty expensive, I know. But I'm just thinking right now about what we might want this to be. I mean, we could run a double XL engine in this. This is already too expensive, don't get me wrong. This would be something that I would be interested in doing if we were wanting to run some really heavy long-range weaponry on it. Which, frankly, is not the case here. So, with that in mind, I don't think we have engine heatsink improvements currently. With that in mind, do we want to just hold off on redoing this? Maybe. 3 ballistic hardpoints, a missile hardpoint, and a laser hardpoint, or an energy hardpoint. We could run a Clan ERPPC over here, drop the double XL engine, drop the Engine Core 360, and instead put in something a little bit more normal for something of this size, like the Engine Core 200. That leaves us with 20 tons. How many external heatsinks are required? 2. Okay, so we have 2 free heatsinks. How many Clan heatsinks do we actually have? None. Okay, so that's got to come off of there. And we didn't remove any Clan heatsinks, right? Right. Now, the ATM is definitely something that I am thinking about leaving on here. And in fact, let's go ahead and do that, but let's move this ATM ammo to the leg. And I would like to think about... I mean, I would love to run another ATM on there and just load it out, but that's not going to work. Of course, our heat efficiency is currently hot garbage, and I did want to see here, we've got 3 double heat sinks. Okay, it's not great, but we can put in our 2 free double heat sinks, say, over here. I'm not super happy about it. But then that means that we can load out ballistic weapons over here. I'd love to put in 3 Clan LBX AC5s. That would be hilarious. That's 18 tons, and it's not going to fit either, I'm pretty sure, slot-wise. We could fit 2 over there. How much LBX AC5 ammo do we have? We have none, so that's not going to work. Sure. I mean, we're a little bit low in terms of our ammo for ballistic weapons currently, so there is that. We could just slot a Gauss rifle in there. We can't fit AP Gauss rifles in there, can we? We can. It would only do 6 damage, 6 times 3 damage. It would require mag shot ammo. This is an interesting option. Do we have any mag shot ammo? We do. We have 4 tons of mag shot ammo. It's labeled as LBX autocannon ammo. But... wait. It was the wrong tooltip. Fantastic. Does not explode. And it contains 50 shots. So each of these is going to be shooting 9 shots. So 1 ton of mag shot ammo, I'm just going to round here, is going to be what, like 6 turns? Approximately, of ammo? So we should be able to run 2 tons of mag shot ammo just fine, and have it be something like this, and then we've got 10 tons to work with on this thing. These AP Gauss rifles are extremely weight efficient. We could definitely put in another double heatsink, say over in this torso, and we still have 9 tons. We could very easily put in, say, an AMS in this thing. What do we got for that? And we've got 5.5 specialist tons to work with as well. Do we have an AMS? Is it even go in here? Hang on, where does that AMS go? No, I think it... I can't remember. We've got Clan Cockpit, we've got Clan FCS here, and Recon Sensors, as is. So I think that's decent. We could probably get away with running, like, some sort of a sheathed beacon. Do we have a sheathed beacon? No, not necessarily. Well, maybe, actually. Let's see here. Got the Omnipod lower arm, if we want to do arm-mounted weapon accuracy, and actually, cannot be used with arm-mounted ballistics or PPCs. We've got ballistics and a PPC. So that's not that's kind of pointless. Fantastic. So that's not helpful for us right now. Gotcha. Let's go into our equipment here and see what else we want to do with this tonnage. We have a lot of tonnage here. We could mount talons down here. That's something we could do. Give this some decent melee damage in theory. 121 is our current melee damage. What is the minimum range on a Clan ERPPC? No minimum range. That's great. What about ATMs? ATMs do have a minimum range. Sure. I don't think we really have anything like a sheathed beacon. We could potentially run a... well, something kind of like this. Protects allies with a 2 shield and reduces enemy shield by 2 within 210 meters. Purple circle. Blah, blah, blah. It will detect mines. Okay, what about the Warfare Suite? A 3 shield and reduces enemy shield by 1 within 180 meters. So this is a better countermeasure, whereas this is a better reinforcer of the sensors. We could also just run like a Guardian ECM or an active probe. Sure. It's just a clan active probe here. I do like the increased sensor and sight range, and reducing ECM and stealth. Active probe already installed on mech? Where? Hang on, where's our active probe already at? Aerial assault? No, that's from jump damage. I don't know where that's from. We've got an improved FCS. We've got recon sensors. Okay. Oh, that is an active probe. Okay. We could put the Guardian ECM there, though. That is something that we could do. We still have 6 tons to work with. I would love to put a heavier engine in this. I feel like that is the ideal thing to do right now. I suppose we could put in a stab gyro. That doesn't hurt. We could drop the ferrofibrous and endosteel structure to save some money for right now. And then we only have 2 tons to work with. This is substantially cheaper. And then once we get a bigger engine, we could put those back on to put the bigger engine in. That's an option. That's a pretty good option, in fact. Now, we don't seem to actually have an AMS, I don't think. That shows up as a weapon, does it not? Yeah, I believe so. I want to check down here. We could put Bolt-on Rocket 15 up in the specialist slot. And that, I think, is something that I will do. And maybe even a Bolt-on Mortar 5. This has integrated salvos, yes? Yeah, that weighs 8 tons. We're not going to put that in there. Fantastic. I suppose we could put tag in here. Why not? We've got the tonnage. Why not? We could also put tag barrage in. I think I'm not going to because I like to be able to control where they go with that barrage. So we'll hold off on that for now. Anything else that we want to do? I mean, there is Cool Shot here. Can we fit that in there? We can, but we really don't need it. Our heat efficiency is already just fine. So we don't need to risk the Cool Shot right now. We could put in the partial wing system, I suppose. That will reduce that heat, but we don't need any more heat reduction. So there's that. I suppose we could put in some case 2 in this leg. Now, the mag shot ammo doesn't explode. The Gauss rifles, however, do. We could put in another case 2 over here. Like that. Okay. Sure. It's an option. We still have 0.3 tons to work with here. This is, I'm not used to having all of this tonnage, but it's mostly because of our hardpoints, right? Like, these ballistic hardpoints are mega efficient. Like, tremendously efficient. But I think we'll call this good enough. So we'll go ahead and validate that. Wonderful. That took a little while. I wasn't expecting that to take as long as it did to get ready. Now, we're not actually going to prioritize these guys because I do want to get these repairs done so that we can redeploy. So let's just go ahead and tick forward here a little bit. Get some of our mech warriors back. Okay, there's the engine repairs upgrade done. What is this? Temporary additions to our mech base staff. I think we're... Actually, hire the best you can afford. +2 tech point boost for 30 days is, I think, worthwhile for right now, because we are working on quite a number of things, and we should probably hop into engineering here and get ourselves another relatively cheap upgrade going. The hydroponic garden is not a bad option. That'll also save us money per month. Let's go ahead and do that.
I'll get the team on it right away.
Excellent. And we are, of course, now in need of deployment. Let's go ahead and give our mech warriors some training here.
I'm here.
Absolutely, we're going to take Bandit. It's just too good. I can't pass up 25% crit chance. Like,
good to go.
I can't.
Receiving you.
It can't be done. Everybody needs Bandit.
Waiting.
I'm here.
Anything else here?
Commander,
Aye.
I'm
Yes,
receiving you.
actually, we're going to grab a point of tactics for wildfire. That is fantastic. And let's go ahead and deploy here. We're already pretty far into this episode for a deployment. Ooh, okay. Horsteiner versus Clan Diamond Shark? Seems okay. That's good salvage. What? This isn't the one I was looking at, clearly. I guess I was looking at this one. Target acquisition? Eesh. This one is going to be versus Pirates for Clan Diamond Shark. Ooh. This should be a pretty simple mission here. We just run this on full salvage versus Clan Diamond Shark, and I guess we'll temporarily bring the Raven, but we know that we're going to be relatively short-handed on this one, so a relatively easy mission is probably a good one to do right now, and this is just very, very good salvage against Clan Diamond Shark. Hopefully we can just hammer this one out real quick, in and out, get paid, get our salvage, call it a day. That would be fantastic. Let's see what we end up getting here. It may or may not be that. I mean, it's only skull and a half, so we're expecting this to be a bit of a milk run. We're a little bit low on cash and needing to just sustain ourselves for a little while we work on getting 3 of our mediums back online, right? So, considering the fact that we're bringing a couple of lights on this, that seems okay to me. So we need to retrieve the VIP and extract safely. One of our people has been staying in accommodations provided by our friends, the Diamond Shark authorities. She's ready to move on, though, and so we'd like you to go in and pick her up. Her current landlords probably won't just let her leave, however, so expect to settle some arguments. There might be shooting involved. Why do pirates always think they need to be so clever about this stuff? This is a standard rescue op, Commander. Indeed. Indeed it is.
Command interface initiated.
And it shouldn't be a problem. So, that is our target facility, sure. And that is something. Is that our evac point? That might be our evac point up there. Sure. Well, we don't really care about the evac point. I'd love to deploy up here rather than down here, but I guess we can just head up this direction and that'll be fine. Okay. So, in we go, of course. We don't immediately have any sensor traces. There is no secondary location. Oh, hello? Why, hello there.
Orders.
In that case, we will reserve. And again.
Holding for
And again.
tactical advantage.
What do we got? Didn't see. One more reservation. This guy moves phase 16. He probably moves into this mineral field. Sure. But he has fewer evasive pips at this point, only the one.
Waiting for orders.
And so this Centurion is going to move over to here.
Order acknowledged.
And we're going to open fire on this guy. We're not going to fire the Ultra AC-20 at these hit odds. That is a Viper, okay?
Taking the shot.
Getting 12 damage of our own in there. Somebody else moving in this phase. Okay, from up here. That's fine. We don't see them just yet, but we will soon enough. Now, this Hunchback is going to sprint up over here. We do have only 6 rounds of heavy rifle ammo in this one, so I think we're actually just not going to fire with it.
Yeah.
Our fire starter, on the other hand, is going to sprint on up to here.
On the move.
We're kind of scouting a little bit, but we're also going to pot shot these medium lasers. I think I'm only going to fire 2 of them so that we don't build heat. Our hit odds were always low. We didn't really expect much out of that.
Okay, that's a miss.
Yep,
Yeah.
as expected. Now then, this is our Gauss rifle, Hunchy. We're definitely pot-shotting this one.
I'm taking the shot.
Ooh, that was a solid Gauss hit. I like it. That was very, very nice.
Commander?
Our Ghost is going to sprint. I don't like that position. I'm actually just going to move to this position.
Affirmative.
And we'll pot shot with the medium lasers.
10-4.
And we didn't hit, but we didn't really expect to. All is good.
Failed to connect.
Yep, as expected.
Commander.
Now, our blackjack doesn't really have another target. I think I'm not going to fire the arrow 4 here. We're just going to pot shot the ER large laser.
Firing on
If we hit, we
target.
hit. If we don't, we don't. And we don't. And that's okay.
Missed.
Indeed.
Good to go.
Okay, the Raven is, at this point, going to sprint up to here. And our goal with the Raven is primarily to narc this guy. We do want our narc to be the priority shot here. We'll start with that. We did fail to narc it, but that's okay. Once again, we're
Yeah.
just closing in over here. I think I'm going to send the Vulcan around this direction where it has a less
I got
crowded
it.
firing line.
Don't think, don't shoot, just run.
Okay, that's fine too. We don't mind. All is looking okay.
What's up, Commander?
Oh, hello, Kit Fox. Fancy meeting you here. That would be a charge, and I don't think I'm going to do that just now. I think we're going to move up to this position here.
Let's move.
That gives us sensor traces on a Thorn and an Elemental. I am still expecting one additional enemy that we don't know about just yet. But we can fire on this Viper, and I'm even going to Alpha Strike it.
Engage.
Nice, we took out that arm.
Critical hit, Commander. It's so hot in here. What's up, boss?
Oh, you'll be okay. So the Raven is, I think, going to come up and join in this assault. I'd love to narc this Viper. And that's indeed what we're going to do. Very nice. The Viper moves phase 18. What round are we in right now? We are in 19.
I'm here.
Okay, so this Centurion is going to move to here. And I think we do fire the Ultra AC on these odds. Maybe only in X1 mode, though. Yeah.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
That's going to be a knockdown
That hit something.
and an ejection. Very nice.
Commander.
Our Vulcan is, at this point, going to sprint up to here. And we're going to look to engage this Kit Fox. Light him up.
Firing everything.
We did miss the autocannons, which makes me sad, but it's okay. Phase 16. The elementals are closing in. Sure.
Yep.
Now, this Hunchy is not going to get LOS for a while. I actually am not sure if we can make it to this Hex, but I'm going to reserve this Hunchy until after this one moves, just to see if we can. The Kit Fox backs off. We're not shocked by this.
Oh,
We're going to position here.
moving to position.
43.4 on this rear arc. We take this.
Target lock.
We
Attacking
missed.
rear.
But that was still something that I will roll every time.
Figures.
On the off chance that we hit it, it will be very worth. The Thorn moves up, fires on the Vulcan, misses everything. And we are going to move up with our Ghost here to this position.
Confirmed.
We have a rear arc shot on that Kit Fox, only the medium lasers.
Firing from a point of advantage.
We did hit one of them, and that's great.
Ready for
At this
orders.
point, our Blackjack comes in. It doesn't have a direct LOS, but we can absolutely drop an indirect arrow 4 into the rear arc of this Kit Fox and maybe also splash damage the Thorn. That was a terrible shot. Okay, so that
What do
didn't
you
happen.
need?
The Hunchback cannot get to that position,
Looking
but that's
out.
okay. Next round.
Yes, Commander.
This Centurion is going to sprint in over this way. This
Roger.
does give us ATM range on the Salamander Toad. 4% hit odds, though, means that I don't think that it's worth it. The Salamander Toad closes in a little bit. It's up on
Yes,
the
Commander.
ridge. The Firestarter is going to position about here. And we're not going to fire the Flamers at this range, or the medium lasers, or maybe only one medium laser here. Like this.
I'll make them.
and just sink a little heat. I should have just not fired it.
Hey, that's not right. That's not right.
Wait
Okay,
for orders.
the Ghost at this point is absolutely going to sprint in as close as it can over here and light up that Kit Fox's rear arc. Even just a couple hits here, which is probably all we're going to get, will do a lot. Yeah, that's just some armor shred, but that is completely acceptable. We're going to move up with our Raven here, and we are absolutely going to attempt to narc this Salamander Toad. Were we successful in narking it? I don't believe so. Okay. The Thorn moves up, goes to fire on the Ghost, and misses. That's fine.
Waiting
Next
for
up,
orders.
our Blackjack will close in ever so slightly here.
Position confirmed.
Gonna keep going for the rear arc of that Kit Fox.
Target lock on enemy 6.
And it was another terrible shot. Excellent.
I'm listening.
Okay, the Vulcan is gonna close in to about here. We did not sprint. We have the Ultra AC5 ready to go. If we hit with it, that'll do a lot. We did not, but that's okay. We did chunk some armor off of the Kit Fox. It's going to turn around now, though, for sure. Unfortunate that we didn't get the rear arc hits we were looking for, but it's not strictly necessary. Ah, it's running an LBX. Okay. That's fine. So we're going to move up with this Hunchy. I don't think... Oh, we actually do get LOS here.
Understood. Moving
I
fast.
didn't think that we would. But we'll pot shot this.
Acknowledge.
Yeah, we don't hit, but we're not shocked. It wasn't a great
Negative
LOS, but it was an LOS, so we'll take it.
I'm here.
This Hunchy will move up to this position,
Copy.
and I suspect, yeah, we'll absolutely fire on the Thorn here.
It's my turn.
It might, but it didn't. It absolutely didn't. That Thorn took no damage. Okay, they have armor repairs in the Salamander Toad. We're going to try to somewhat keep our distance here. Somewhat. Okay. Not ideal. The Centurion is going to move up here to aid us in fighting the Elemental Toad if necessary. Or rather, the Salamander Toad. And we'll drop a few ATMs on it. The Kit Fox closes in. Okay. This is not shocking. The armor on the Vulcan will hold. And the Ghost, for that matter.
Commander?
Speaking of the Ghost is possibly going to come over here. That's 3 evasive pips versus 2 on the Kit Fox. I believe we will position here. This will overheat us. We're not going to fire the SRMs. Oof, maybe we should fire the SRMs and not the medium lasers. I feel like we should actually redo the Ghost once we get a few more clan heat sinks on our hands. Because this heat is insane.
Target locked.
Oh yeah, 5 damage. Okay, so I do see potentially triple AMS on that guy. Yeah, I'm not shocked that that's what they went for. That was what I was kind of baiting there, in all honesty, because the idea here that we don't have LOS for, because of the heat on the Firestarter. The idea was that we sprint in and hit the rear arc of the Salamander Toad, but we would need to be able to get slightly further. I'm actually just going to sink heat on the Firestarter.
Commander?
The Vulcan, I would love to have it come in over here
Copy.
and just fire on that Kit Fox. Not getting great rolls on the autocannon, but we also don't have the best odds on it, so it's fine. We're going to move up over here with the Hunchback, and this will give us very good odds on this Thorn.
Die.
Oof. Well, we're closing in at this point. The Thorn goes for the Ghost. Chunks down the armor in that arm. Okay. Next up, our Blackjack will step up to here, and I think we go for the Kit Fox. Can we fire direct? No. Can we please hit it? Also, no. We really like hitting this cluster of buildings. Okay.
What do you need?
Well, we need to move up with this hunchback. This position is actually the best one. And I want to fire on the salamander toad here.
Attacking from position.
That was very solid.
Hot damn. Let's do this.
Nice.
Waiting for orders.
So the Raven is going to move up over this way-ish. Maybe to here. Yeah, we'll move to here. And I would love to narc that Kit Fox. The Kit Fox is the one to narc. Do it. Successful narc. Fantastic. Put destruction as well.
Solid connection on that one.
Crit their LBX AC5. That's nice. And let's just move up with the Centurion. With this guy narked, are we better off? Ooh, these are good hit odds here. Take them.
Fire it. Critical hit. Got an armor breach.
Yeah, we
Internal
stray
arc
shot
damage.
our own mech there with one of those, but it's okay. It should be fine. I don't think that did any tremendous damage, right? Yeah, we were lucky. Okay, and actually this movement is ideal for us.
Hanging in there.
Because the danger point here is that the Vulcan is fighting the Thorn, and the Thorn gets up and attacks the Vulcan right in that center torso. That's the danger point here, but we don't actually need to worry about that. So I'm going to move the Firestarter to here, and we are going to heat this Salamander Toad up.
Piece of cake.
Excellent.
This heat.
Now it moves, and it's going for the Firestarter. We're not surprised that it melee attacks us. This was completely expected, in fact. And yeah, that's okay. That's not terrible.
Hey.
So at this point, I'm going to take the Hunchback in over here. And the Hunchback is going to go for the melee attack on the Thorn using the Wrecking Ball. And this should kill the Thorn.
Enemy down.
Fantastic.
Reporting.
The Vulcan is now going to come over here and swing at the rear arc of the Kit Fox, which it should hit. It may miss with the AC5, but that's okay.
Affirmative.
The AC5 does not have the best of hit odds, but now that it's unsteady, it may be slightly better. Fantastic. One dead Kit Fox.
Another one for the kill board.
And then
I'm receiving
our
you.
Ghost is not really able to do much. We're just going to brace and sink heat.
Confirmed. Holding and cooling.
Our Blackjack, we don't have any direct LOS over here. I'm just going to pull the Blackjack out of the way and not do anything.
Yep.
Now, the Hunchback, I believe, also doesn't have any LOS. Yeah, that's fine.
Copy that.
However, here is the idea. This guy moves phase 18.
Ready
I
for
kind of
orders.
baited him into doing this melee attack because we can very easily move the Raven over here and narc him. Like so. And then, is he
That hit
unsteady?
something good.
He may be unsteady there. Yes, he is unsteady. The idea is that the Centurion comes in here, and we would have to charge to do that, but we can position here and hit it with that remaining AC-20 shot right in that rear arc with fantastic hit odds. This was the plan.
Target for an alpha strike.
Wonderful.
Enemy eliminated.
Okay, and now we can just grab our target. Wonderful. We got a little bit lucky, in all honesty, with our internal shots, but all things considered,
Holding and cooling.
that went really well.
Copy.
We will be able to just have Yang repair everything here. In fact, we should just brace everybody here, and then once this round ends, this should be the end of the mission.
The asset has
No
been
problem.
secured.
Fantastic.
Ready for retrieval.
We knew it would be a milk run. Honestly, the majority of the damage that we took, we did to ourselves. But we didn't take anything irreparable, and we didn't take anything that is not easily repairable, in fact. So that's great. That buys us a little time. Yeah, we lost money for the payout. However, that's not the point here. We are going for some salvage here. 3 ATM 3s. I don't really want ATM 3s. Engine Core 320 is quite good. An Engine XL clan is extremely good. These guys are very effective. A single clan double heatsink. Okay. A clan heatsink kit, we have 2 of those. I think I'm okay with rouletting them. I absolutely want to take ATM ammo. This is extended range or extreme range ATM ammo. High explosive is stability damage. Plus 4 ATM damage. Plus 1 stability damage. So is that just better than a regular ATM? 60 shots versus 60 shots. Okay, it's minus 50% range, but I think that's okay. We'll take the ATM ammo. We could definitely use more of that. We did end up getting an ATM 3 that we'll keep around. A couple of battle armor weapons that we don't care about. A clan small pulse laser that we do care about. A case that we'll get rid of. A clan cockpit that we actually don't need. A couple of FCS standards. A clan FCS standard actually we'll keep around. A clan ferrofibrous and the heat sinks that we grabbed. Small jump jets. A hand omnipod here. Not actually all that helpful. I should have kept it, though, just in case. And then LRM ammo. We'll get rid of that. Okay, sounds great. Pretty good in the salvage. That was apparently 16 million C-bills worth of salvage. Of course, that's not what we could sell that for. I think the multiplier is like 18% is what we could have sold that for. That's still almost 1 million C-bills worth of salvage. So really not too bad. But most of that we're going to end up using, except for the mech parts that we'll probably just end up scrapping, but that's completely okay. Okay, Yang, what do you think this is going to cost to repair? $36K? 5 days? Do it. That's fantastic. So at this point, we should do something along the lines of this. And that'll be fine. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to continue building up our funds after we got all of this going. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.